My name's Harvey Noyes, and we're here at Gethsemane Church, and my brother's pastor here. I'd like to tell you a little bit about my life. Back when I was probably, first, raised up on a farm in southeast Missouri near Dexter. Did my running around there. And when I was 20 years old, I used to skate a lot, and we'd go roller skating. And one night I was at the roller rink skating, and several kids were with us. The rink was full, and this one little girl come skating by, and I said, "Wow!" and ended up skating with her, asking her for a date. And took her home that night, and then it was about a year later before I ever saw her again, and got another date with her and went out, and we ended up being married, to make a long story short. The second best thing ever happened to me. And we've been married now for 57 years. Got saved when I was 40 years old. And neither one of us were saved when we got married, and we lived on the farm there. And one spring, my dad died, 1970. Really hard on me because we'd farmed together all of our life. And that spring I was going out by myself, and always before it was Dad and I. I did a lot of crying after Dad died that year on the tractor. And then in February of 1971, while we was going to church once in a while, my wife got saved at church, and she stood up, begged me to get saved, and I didn't know if I even believed anything. I didn't know if there was a God or what I believed. But went on, and we lived together, and her trying to come to church, and me not much wanting to go or anything. And finally, when Dad was in the hospital before he died, I was in the room there one day, the very day he died. He asked me to pray, and I didn't know what I was going to do. And I was standing there trying to think of an answer, and my brother, Frank, came in, and I told him Dad wanted to pray, and he prayed with him, and just a little while after that, Dad died there. And sure hard on me. But anyway, that year, 1971, next year, Betty got saved, and I was at church one night with her, and I began to think, Dad got saved, my brother's saved, my wife's saved. I wonder if there is something to Christianity. That next week in the field, I began to get off the tractor and pray. And what I prayed was, if there is a God, give me faith to believe. And I prayed all week like that, and probably on Friday morning, back there in the field, I got off and prayed, and all of a sudden, God answered my prayer. When I got up, I believed. That Sunday when we went to church, that Sunday night, I stood up and said, I want to be saved. The Lord saved me, and we've been saved about 19 years now, and 39 years, I'm sorry. I thought I was really having a good time living before I got saved, but I sure wouldn't take nothing for my salvation now. Been wonderful, and the Lord's gave us 3 kids, 10 grandkids. We've got 10 great-grandchildren, and 2 more on the way. 1 more on the way, 9 and 1 more on the way, sorry. But He's blessed us in so many ways. He's my shepherd.